Hi, everybody. Welcome to another toy of the day here on castorscorner.com. So happy to have you guys back again. I'm Khalil. I'm your host. And remember to go to castorscorner.com for a full gallery of these figures. So I was racking my brain and trying to figure out what I want to do because you can see right above us, we've got a lot of new figures on the playscape there. And lots to talk about. And I still have a pile, all those bins down there are things I have to get to. So balancing like this and that has been the trick of this. And honestly, part of doing this toy of the day here, I forgot to shut off the light. Part of doing the toy of the day is my journey through my collection. Of course, I got up and everything. What show would it be if there were imperfections? Part of doing this toy of the day with toys like this is also a little bit about me moving through my collection. So yeah, you're getting a toy review, but you're also getting a little bit about me. And, you know, I'll do my burnout days and I'll do my, looking back on the past, and I might pull out vintage here and there as like the year goes on and maybe the toys dry up for a little bit and we finally play catch up with everything. I don't know if that'll happen in 365 days, but I think it's good to kind of remind everybody that that's kind of what this is. This is a 365-day journey through a year's worth of toy buying and everything that goes along with that. It's not just the toys in front of me. It's not just the toys you want to see, but it's also a little bit of my journey. So you're going to get a little bit of personality. You're going to get a little bit of internal with me. And so that's what this is. So I decided to finish off our toy box look. Not with this guy, actually. Boo and Sully here were purchases from like 2 years ago. I've never done a review on them, so you're going to get to see them a little bit here. I'll talk a little bit about them. But the focus on tonight is about Mike Wazowski and our friend Randall here. So Randall and Mike are a 2-pack at the Disney store. I do believe they're sold out. You might be able to find them at some places. But they were, I'm happy to see they didn't abandon it. Because there are times where we feel with the toy box line that they might do a figure here or there, but they don't seem to go back. Like we got Aladdin and Genie, but I want Jafar and Jasmine as well. So I really hope that they go back and kind of complete the lines. They did it with the Incredibles. We've got all the Incredibles family and Frozone, but we don't have Syndrome. Like, I at least finish that stuff. And we know that the Toy Story toy box figures that came out a long time ago were the first wave. We just got Zurg. So I'm hopeful that they'll continue. But this is one case where I feel like I got everything I need to do a display for the movie. Randy looks kind of oversized. Where's Randy? Randall. He is a little bit big. He definitely is a little thicker. Sorry, Randall. He is a little bit taller, but I think one of the things that they did really well with him is they did balance him. So he can stand on his own without any assistance, any pegs, any leaning or anything. So if you can just get that lower body in the right spot, he does stand and he doesn't fall over. He's pretty stable on those legs. They did a fun little translucent as the body goes on, so he gets clearer as the body goes on, which is kind of fun. Mike is a little bit weird. Of course he's Monster, but I think they did some interesting choices with him. So they didn't give him any articulation more than one direction in his shoulders. So you can rotate the arms up in a circle. But it doesn't go out. It's a ball joint, so it kind of just fits in there. So it doesn't work too well as far as like doing other kind of poses. Like he can't go straight out at all, whereas Sully can. So Sully has those joints there, so he can go out a little bit, but Mike can't. Same thing with the lower legs. He can't sit at all, but he can stand. He's got, ankle articulation. He's got his knees. He's got wrists. So he's articulated pretty well for a figure this size. I think what's surprising to me, and I didn't expect this. Mike does look great. I think he really looks really good. But he's hollow. There's nothing in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it if I hold him up, but you can see into the body. That's all hollow inside. So he's completely hollow plastic. So just be careful when you're storing him. Make sure if you're in temperature questionable, very hot, like an attic or a basement. I'm not sure how well this plastic is going to stand up. They remind me, it feels a lot like the Easter eggs that you get for kids that you fill with stuff. And then, of course, he looks pretty good with Boo. Boo's a little bit big, but she actually has a very hard time standing up. You can't move anything on her, so she doesn't balance too well. So she kind of tips backwards because she's so top heavy. But standing with Mike and standing with Sully, I think the trio looks pretty good together. And I'm happy to have them. I really am happy to have like this, all four of them together. They work really well. It's nice to have them and feel complete, feel like done with it. And I said on the website with the gallery that you guys can check out in a minute. It'll be up after we finish the video. I don't have like personal memories. These are definitely not viewer inverts. Yeah. Mike would definitely just crush he is not very sturdy as a figure. I don't have a lot of memories for this movie. I took my niece to go see it. And that's the memory I have of watching her. And she kind of looked like Boo growing up. So to see her watch the movie and see somebody just like her up on the screen, it was a lot of fun. And so I figure with the Pixar stuff, I didn't get Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope, but I felt like these guys were a little bit more iconic. And so I decided that they definitely were going to be part of the collection. And then when they did the 2-pack with them and then 2-pack with them, it was a no-brainer. So Sully was my gateway drug to this section of the Disney toy box. So that actually, I think with the exception of one thing, we have not looked at the Hall of Armor yet for Iron Man. With the exception of that wraps up our most recent toy box kind of gluttony of figures, where we got the giant box that was probably about 4 feet tall or 3.5 feet tall. So that wraps up our look at toy box. We've got Mando and Django. We'll do those together at some point, but we'll probably take a break from the toy box line until something new comes out. Thank you guys for watching. Go to the website, castorscorner.com, for a full gallery close-ups of Mike and Randall. You can see them a little bit better in detail. You can also check out our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Kastor's Corner. And go check out the podcast on Apple Podcasts, the Cornercast podcast, this week with Matthew K. from The Foosh, their photographer, and last week with Blaine from Blainer Things. And this week coming up is with our friends at Adventures in Collecting. We're really happy to have them on the show. Excited to talk to Eric and Dave. So you can check that out Monday night. Did you fix the Boba Fett Deluxe helmet on the Black Series figure? So it wasn't, thanks for the question. Before we leave, I will answer that. It wasn't the helmet for us. Our friend Bill had a problem with the helmet was glued too tight. Our helmet was okay. It was the backpack. And I'm still waiting to see it on store shelf at retail and get another one and see if it actually is just a production problem or if it's our figure. So no, it is still not able to stay on the figure long term. It kind of just slowly pushes out of the back thanks to that extra piece. Thanks for the question. So remember, castorscorner.com. You will find everything, podcasts, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and this page. And for a full gallery of Mike Wazowski, you can go to the website. Thank you for watching. Avatar Roku, thank you for the questions. So maybe I'll be able to just swap that out. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow night. And I promise we'll be talking either about McFarlane, Transformers, or our little child back there with Grief Karga. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.